Nigeria Federal Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy-Ohanenye, has continued war of words with the Speaker of Niger State House of Assembly, Underaged Sakindaji, over the Speaker alleged attempt to sponsor and marry of about 100 girls said may be underage orphans whose parents were killed by bandits in Niger State. Shortly after the Speaker of the Niger State House of Assembly, Underaged Sakindaji, organized press conference on Tuesday to react to the minister's petition to the Inspector General of Police over his plans to marry of 100 orphan girls. The minister also organized a press conference same day and alleged that the senior lawmaker is marrying of the orphans she described as people of unknown age as constituency projects for his people. Speaking at a press conference on Tuesday, the speaker said he has cancelled the planned hosting of the wedding of 100 orphan girls in his constituency, saying he would not grace the occasion. Sakindaji took the decision following the action of the Women Affairs Minister, Uju Kennedy-Ohanenye, who dragged him to court. The speaker, who insisted that he did initiate the marriage move, said he was approached by traditional rulers and clerics to sponsor the project. Sakindaji also said those who are claiming the girls have been subjected to abuses should carry out an investigation and hold those responsible for it, not him. He also said his motive for wanting to sponsor the wedding was because families of the girls are poor. He also said he's not using it as a constituency project. The speaker said he was never contacted for clarity but conclusions were drawn over the matter. The Speaker, Niger State House of Assembly, Abdulmalik Sakindaji. The Speaker said the Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy-Ohanenye, should investigate the claims of child rights abuse. Sakindaji stated this while briefing journalists at the House of Assembly complex in Minna, the Niger State capital. He expressed displeasure over the minister's position regarding the mass wedding and his support to orphans whose parents are not able to meet marital expenses. Visibly upset with the negative media reports attributed to the minister, the speaker said he was never contacted for clarity but conclusions were drawn over the matter. This comes a day after the minister condemned the proposed marriages, stating that they violate the Child Rights Act and raise serious concerns about the ages and consent of the girls involved. She petitioned the Inspector General of Police, IGP, Kalde Egbetukun, seeking his support to stop the planned marriage by the speaker. Kennedy-Ohanenye also filed for a court injunction to stop the planned marriage of 100 orphans said to be children by the speaker. According to her, the decision became necessary to stop the plan of the speaker to marry young girls due to the increasing number of orphans married to bandits. Uju Kennedy-Ohanenye, in a counter press conference on Tuesday, insisted that the age of orphans is unknown and the orphans lost their parents to attacks committed by bandits and emphasized the need for all stakeholders to care more about the future of the children rather than pushing them into early marriage that may further weaken their chances of getting a bright future. The minister stated in quote below, "Worried by emerging developments from Niger State, I engaged the media today to express the concerns of the ministry over the proposed plan by the Speaker of Niger State House of Assembly, Abdulmalik Sakindaji, to marry of about 100 female orphans who lost their parents to banditry attacks in Mariga local government area. For me, it's not a personal issue but we are concerned about the entire process complying with our constitutional provision on minimum age of marriage and the Child Rights Act 2003, which sets the age of marriage at 18 years old, and since we don't know the ages of the girls who are lined up for the cluster marriages on the 24th of May 2024, the ministry has initiated legal process of court injunctions to put the proposed ceremony on hold while we get proper clarifications. The Office of the Inspector General of Police has also been engaged formally to carry out investigations, and the whole essence is to avoid pushing the girls into marriages that are not conducive to guarantee their safety and future. The ministry expects the speaker to identify ways of putting the girls through skills acquisition, sustainable empowerment and other measures to ensure that the socio-economic status of the girls is guaranteed.
I am not threatened by the minister's action. That I must be very, very clear. The minister didn't know how I won my election. She didn't know how I built my political career to this stage. The minister is not from the north. I will never need the minister, probably, except if one day I will contest for the president of the country. So as it is right now, I'm not threatened by the action of the minister. And whatever this press release would degenerate, that is for the minister to handle. I have told you, I'm a good Samaritan. I respect the federal government. I'm a product of this administration, and I'm APC for that matter. The minister didn't know what I've been doing for my constituent. I'm not going back. Already I have given out my support to those parents through those traditional and religious institutions. And I have told you that I'm not going to claim it back. I have wanted to grace the occasion, but now I will not. I will not reclaim whatever donations I have given. It is never from any constituency project. The minister should please find out who I am. Let her find out that first in the first place. And how I've been supportive to my people since the last 15 years. Let her find out how I've been supportive to them. So this is a good gesture. The people of the community came to me with this help. I've helped them. If the minister has an issue with that, please let her send her team to my constituency. Let her send her team to my local government so that they can bring out those children for her. I don't know them. Like I have told you, the appeal came to me through traditional institutions and traditional leaders. Then is the minister trying to say those people don't know what they are doing? And it was born out of one assistance that I gave to a woman who has lost her husband to banditry. Now our children have the maturity to get married, but she does not have the means to offset the marriage expenses. If that woman had the wisdom to communicate or to get across to me, then what happened to other families that share different experience but do not have the means to get across to me? It's probably why the traditional rulers felt they should come in to appeal to me. They appealed and I have helped them. So it is their choice now. Whoever thinks a child is going to abuse, I'm not aware of that. So they have that to contend with the religious leader and the traditional institution that have appealed to me to assist them. And I did.
Contrary to what I have just mentioned, there will be a serious legal battle between he and Minister of Women Affairs, and I mean every word of it. If you intend to help these children, help them in a way to be economically beneficial to them, because if they decide to get married, I have no right as a minister to stop them, but I must carry out investigation and make sure that they actually want to get married before you can give them out. What a constituency project. Thank you, my brother, for being so kind to give us constituency projects and sponsor children that they don't have nobody to talk for them, they don't have a voice. But don't forget, every child belongs to the state. So the government could lend them a voice to speak. So please, there is a court case. By tomorrow, because I heard about it at night, I was able to gather myself together today to file the case. By tomorrow, they will be served. And then we come out to court. The Minister of Women Affairs will come. He will come. We battle it legally. Because I tried to speak to a few of them, and the way they were talking, 24th is by the corner. And I can't give this chance for these complications to come on these children. So the Speaker, don't try to go and do any marriage for anybody on the 24th until all the clarifications are made clearer to Nigerians. Because I can't even sleep. Nigerians are bombarding me with text messages, videos, write-ups, very angry. Why should this happen? Let us do the right thing. Because Speaker cannot give out own children without their consent or giving them out to the normal people that are meant to marry them. So we will make sure that these girls are getting married to people they could live with, not people that will end up killing them. As we have cases today of people, they cut off their hands from their wrist. Many cases I get in this office, they cut off their hand from the wrist. I feel like shedding tears each time I think about it. And I don't want this to continue. I don't want these girls' lives being jeopardized. So please, put a hold on whatever you're doing on the 24th. Until we settle our case, both in court, police, and every angle where we need to go to make sure proper verification is done on issue of consent and willingness to get married. I have offered to help these children, educate them, empower them, take care of them in any little way the government can. And I know the president will support this because he said, allow the poor to breathe. How will they breathe if you are imposing anything on them? Where are their rights? Thank you, Nigerians, and remember this.
I was just wondering, since we have such large number of girls that are out of school and are orphans, what has the ministry been doing to help these orphans, for instance, that such people will not even take advantage of their situation to come up with this kind of offer?
There's no way we will know where they are. A few we are getting, like the Chibok girls and co. We're doing our best to educate them. If we knew they were there, we would have done something. Now I've found out, I'm going to go to their villages, empower them, and empower the communities. I've already done that in 15 states, including the same Niger state. But I don't know whether their community is part of the people they gave some of the sustainable employment machines we sent there. But we sent some employment machines to 15 states, including Niger State. And we intend to take it to every community in the country. So we wouldn't know. If not that the man mentioned it, I wouldn't have known.
Ma, I don't know if you have an idea the age range of this girl.
That is where the investigation comes in. Because he kept mentioning he's giving out 100 girls to, and sponsoring their dowries. He never agreed to mention their age. He just said, when they asked him on the television yesterday, he said they are both 18. We have to find out. Even if it takes me going through bone lab test. That is what you use to determine somebody's age. And I will go to that extent to make sure that those girls are matured and that is with their consent they are being given out.
I think it's for outside, not for the University of Nigeria. I don't think clarification. We talked about the case already reported to the IGP, and also it's already found in court. I want to know the exact legal term to use for the case. Like, was it child marriage, forced child marriage?
Under child's rights, there are certain rights of these children. So whatever we are using is under child's rights, where you're supposed to get the consent of somebody before you give the person out for marriage, and the person is supposed to be of age, and again, no forceful marriage. You can't force them. So I can't call it forceful marriage yet because I'm yet to carry out investigation. So I went for an injunction to stop him from that thing he wants to do on the 24th until after the investigation to confirm they have their consent and the children are of age to get married. Now that we have justice, I have to utilize it so that there won't be issue of exchange of words or a kind of a breaking of law.
My name is Monso from Etiba. I want to inquire, it's not actually reach out to him personally before making a public reference.
Did he reach out to us before making it public that he's giving out 100 children out in marriage without giving some? It's just because he felt nobody could talk for them. And I tried to reach out to their community. I spoke to the religious leader, and the main person who took this thing up was the SSA to the president on their community. She was the first person, Abiodun, that brought this case to me, and before she did, she had already contacted them. She spoke with the speaker and stuff like that. And when I spoke to the religious leader, he said he was going to get to the speaker's house from the emir's house, and they would call me together to speak to me. And he got there, he never called me back. Rather, they called the SSA to the president, whom they think might not have the kind of rights I have. But I have the right, it's within my purview. And every mother can go to any length to protect her children. So that's the point I'm making. And if he didn't do that, I can't fold my hands waiting to speak to him. And by 24th, the deed must have been done. They marry these children out and that their life starts being complicated. So all I'm doing is to get injunctions, stopping him while we can dialogue or go to other means of settling the matter. But I have to first stop them. That's why I quickly ran to court. By tomorrow, they will give us a date for here.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.